as a parent and a member of this community, I said enough's enough.
Gene Shanks expresses frustration over what led him to speak out.
The next person is Gene Shanks.
In front of the Prince George School Board, October 2nd, 2023.
It has come to my attention by several in our community, and they asked me obviously to come here. I'm the guy carrying the torch on this pretty horrible situation, to make the board aware and the public aware of a long-term employee here at Prince George Schools who is now under investigation for alleged child sexual abuse.
That employee, former Assistant Superintendent William Barnes. The educator of 50 years officially retired September 1st of last year, a month before the school board meeting and weeks after the Virginia State Police started investigating allegations that Barnes sexually assaulted his adopted son in the 1980s.
How he would hold me down. The first time he did it, I was 14 and a half. The first time he actually sodomized me, I was 15.
As CBS 6 first reported, Barnes was indicted this July and faces 9 counts of felony child sex crimes in this case. And according to sworn affidavits, several other men are also accusing him of assaulting them as children.
The community has asked, wants answers on obviously this gross negligence.
2 days after Shanks spoke out.
Good evening, Prince George families. This is Lisa Pennycuff, Superintendent of Prince George County Public Schools.
This voicemail.
On Monday, October 2nd, a citizen came forward during the public comment period of the school board meeting.
And mass email were sent out to Prince George families from then Superintendent Dr. Lisa Pennycuff. It read in part that there are no known PGCPS employees with criminal allegations against them, and if they did, they would be removed until allegations were resolved.
Basically very similar to a lot of the victims, discredited what I had to say and basically calling me a liar. And that really, it really didn't set well with me because I had no reason to come up there and just do that to be vindictive.
Shanks said the reason he did speak out was for a friend whose secret he'd kept for decades.
And in 2014, that friend of mine came forward and made a report to the Prince George Police Department. And also they had him call Crime Stoppers or Crime Solvers. And so he made that report and nothing ever come of it. If he felt as it was swept under the rug, and that was my feeling. But that's within a week, Bill Barnes was then moved from a guidance counselor at N.B. Clements Junior High over to the admin building and was given an administrative position.
Barnes got promoted to Prince George Director of Secondary Education in 2014. The same year, according to this affidavit, a man who CBS 6 confirmed confided in Shanks, who reported Barnes for allegedly touching his genitals at a sleepover when he was 14 years old.
It's tough for a grown man to admit something like that. And I'll be honest, I watched the story yesterday and I cried. It's really tough. Men are supposed to be, macho. They're supposed to be tough, but they carried that for many, many years. Couldn't imagine how they hurt for many years. It's real tough.
CBS 6 submitted a Freedom of Information Act request for Pennycuff's emails in the 2-week period after the school board meeting to determine what, if anything, the district knew about the Barnes investigation. We were told approximately 5 pages of documents were being withheld because they were exempt from disclosure. 8 days later, CBS 6 cited Virginia Code and requested a redacted copy. The district responded, quote, "Upon further review, there are no records." CBS 6 asked for clarification on how 5 pages disappeared in 19 days. The response was, quote, "The prior response was in error." CBS 6 redirected the district to the correspondence the county sent out to parents on October 4th that should have been provided to us as a responsive document in our request. CBS 6 still has not received a reply. Laura French, CBS 6 News.